Hello, and thank you for joining me for episode 8 of The Teaching of Isaac. The character that I've random today, since I want to not random the Keeper or the Lost, is Cain. Cain's pretty fun. He's a little underrated in my opinion, but he's the fastest character. Starts out with the lucky foot, and if you've progressed in his unlocking enough, you start out with the paperclip, which is amazing. And speaking of amazing, my performance right there was not very amazing. First room I got hit. Now I believe Cain starts with 2 hearts. It's Curse of the Unknown, so I can't verify that, but I'm pretty sure, since I know Judas starts with 1, Isaac starts with 3, Cain should be in between. It's probably going to take me 2 bombs to get that tinted rock over there, so I'm going to hold off for a second. Oh look, there's a bomb. Why not? Well, I guess something that might slow me down is, do I want to risk getting the bomb? I'm confident enough that I will. Go ahead and grab this. I try to grab it from the corner because I use a controller, and going from this direction, it's most ergonomically correct with my left thumb. So I just wiggle my way in very slowly. And same way, I keep going the way I came. Or the same direction I'm going, rather. So now I can grab the tinted rock, hopefully get a soul heart, and I'll be sitting pretty. By the way, the paperclip, it allows you to unlock as many golden chests as you want. There is no limit. So you treat those flaming headless guys like you would spiders, the ones that jump specifically. You don't know if they're going to jump on your face suddenly or if they're just going to bounce around like normal. So just assume that they're going to jump at you. That way, once they do it randomly, you'll be ready. I'm going to wait before I do the boss because I want to check out the treasure room. Maybe there'll be something that'll make me stronger for the boss coming up. I've said this before, but definitely take advantage of the terrain. You notice there that when the blue guy blew up, I ran over here and let the rocks take the bullets. The terrain usually works against you in this game, so definitely try to pull a reversal on that. So this is lard. Lard is one of the few items I would say that has a pro and a con at the same time. The pro here is you get 2 HP ups. The con is you lose a bunch of speed. Now for Cain, that would pretty much just make me a normal character in terms of speed if I were to grab it. I'll think about it. I'm going to clear this room and just think about it. Poor Gluttony. He was 1 room away from grabbing that lard. I'm sure he really wanted it. Alright, this makes my decision a little more difficult because the heart just gives you an HP up. So now I have 3 hearts. I'm going to have 5 if I grab the lard. I only have 2 coins. So I'm going to kill the boss. That way I can kill him with top speed. And maybe he'll drop the pageant boy, which gives you several coins. Then I can re-roll the machine. So this is Larry Jr. It's a variant of it because one of the Larrys is actually not a Larry Jr. He's, I don't know. He's a different worm. I don't like this terrain. The rocks right there, they're kind of blocking me. Either way, There really isn't much of a difference between that worm that I just killed and Larry Jr. I guess the notable is the fact that the gray worm charges you if you get close, and when he dies, drops a bunch of maggots that attack you. So I guess you could say it's a little bit harder. Okay, this will give me 1 coin. It also gives you a, well, it's a lucky coin. So now, there's all this poop here. If I were to kill it now, they wouldn't drop anything. But if you leave the room and come back in, then there's a chance they might drop coins or hearts. It's something. So now I have 4 coins. Now what's great about Kane is he really capitalizes on arcades because of the lucky foot. You can play the shell game and have a 50% chance of getting an item. So that's a way to really get bombs and keys quickly if you have money. Now I have 4 coins. You need 5 coins for the arcade to spawn on level 2. So it's guaranteed to not spawn for me. So I'm going to gamble and hopefully reroll the lard. Okay, Dad's key. I'd rather not, because keys are not something I really need with Kane due to the fact that I have a paperclip. Keep in mind, opening treasure rooms and shops still costs a key, but I can open as many golden chests as I want. So I'm gonna, it's a shot in the dark. Look at that. That was pretty cool. 1 coin and it re-rolled it. So this is the virus. It's okay. I would have preferred something else, but the virus, it slows you down just slightly, but if you ever contact an enemy with your body, it poisons them. And I believe it also has a very rare chance of dropping a dark heart on the enemy that dies to your poison. I can take advantage of this if I have some kind of item that gives me invincibility. Okay, and yes, Kane does start with 2 hearts normally, and I got the extra heart because I killed Gluttony and got his item. So just take your time in this section, no rush. I mean, if you're trying to get the boss rush, try to get the mom in 20 minutes, then perhaps you need to hurry. But just take your time, it's fine. And I'm a little disappointed because last level there was a tinted rock there, and I couldn't even blow it up. I didn't have enough bombs. So let's see what's in this treasure room. Oh, I forgot. So these flies, they're neutral flies. They don't hurt you when you touch them. So what I should have done is walked into all 3 of them and see if I can get a dark heart out of the deal. I believe if you don't have Afterbirth, you just have the plain old Rebirth of Binding of Isaac, I believe the virus does not give you any dark hearts at all. Okay, let's grab the hourglass. The glowing hourglass, rather. What's great about this is if you make a mistake, you can undo it. In fact, remember the mistake I made? I didn't run into 3 of those flies. Kind of overkill, but I think if I use this, I'll get a try again. Yes. Okay, well. What's really interesting here, because I haven't picked up the glowing hourglass yet, every time I do this, it's going to... I mean, I could keep doing this as long as I want, until I get as many dark hearts as I want. Well, up to a maximum of 3, since there's only 3 flies there. By the way this game works with randomness is it's all predetermined technically. So you see how I dropped the Justice card again? Anyway, let's see if I can get 1 dark heart out of the deal. Although, I did mention that things are predetermined. Most things are. So technically, it's a possibility that they may never drop a dark heart if it's already predetermined. So I'm just going to move on, plus it's not that big of a deal. And the glowing hourglass will really help me, especially when it comes to making risky decisions. It's also helpful if you are fighting in a room, you screw up badly, you can redo it. Just keep in mind though that when you use it, the glowing hourglass will no longer have charges after you've used it. The exception in my case earlier was the fact that I just picked it up the first time. I'm going to use the Justice and see if I get a bomb. Yeah, I did. Good. And there's a tinted rock there, and I think there was a tinted rock earlier as well. Yeah, right here. It's in the middle. If it was right here, I could probably place a bomb here and potentially get a secret room. But I'm not sure where it is because of Curse of the Lost. That was worth it. And there's a charged key there. I'm going to save it in case I need to use my glowing hourglass. One thing I forgot to mention about Kane, ouch, he has the shortest range in the game. Okay, there's another tinted rock there. But I desperately need bomb. In fact, I might go to the shop and just buy a bomb. Or you can always just drop one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk out of the room and come back, because I'm going to place a bomb here. And if I'm not happy with the result, I can use the glowing hourglass. It'll redo that action, or undo it rather, and I won't have to kill the monsters again. I'm happy with a soul heart, I'll take it. Now, Cain in the original Binding of Isaac had a very powerful ability in that he makes all negative pills positive. That's something they did not carry over into the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. See what I mean by taking advantage of the terrain? I walked around the fire and he ran right into it. They try going around the flames, but they can still bump into it while they're trying to corner it. And I'm going to go ahead and see what's in the shop. So that's the Steam sale, cuts the price in half for shop items. And I believe this is pronounced Diplopia. Not 100% sure. But either way, that doubles everything in the room. By everything, I'm referring to treasure items and collectible items, like keys and bombs, or it could even be, if I were to grab it and use it, I'd actually double the Steam sale. In fact, if I can get enough coins this round, I can grab 2 Steam sales, and the shop would be free from now on. So I have a goal now. I need to get a lot of money. So I'm going to have to attack every single poop and flame on this level. Have I explored everything yet? No, not quite. One step closer. This is Blind Rage. When you get hit, your invincibility frames last longer. A good exploit, well, not necessarily exploit. An exploit is something that's unintended. The Blind Rage, you can run into a blood donation machine and stab yourself twice. And you only get hurt once by doing that. if I hit that switch, all of the orange flames are going to become regular flames. Problem is that's too risky in my opinion. So I'm going to be curving the shot and just clearing the way. Okay, I can handle this now, I think. Well, let's go for it. Okay. If I was anybody but Kane, then perhaps I might take a little more time on that. But if I screwed up enough, I have the glowing hourglass. And I'm fast enough to where it's alright. Okay, I got another bomb. This is a tough situation. I want that chest, but I might not be able to reach the tinted rock if I blow up here. It's going to be close. If I put it too far down, the rock on the right's not going to blow up. So I need to put it at the edge. I'm going to try this. No dice, but I did get 2 bombs out of it. So I'll go for it. Blow you up. Maybe I'll get another bomb or some coins. There's a pill. Okay. Another advantage with the glowing hourglass here is I can use these pills, and if there's a negative pill, I can undo it. That's a great pill for me to get right now, because I don't know where the secret rooms are, and I need money. I Can See Forever reveals all the secret rooms and super secret rooms when you walk past them. Now I know that pill is a good pill, so I don't want to undo that effect. So I'm going to leave the room, and then I'm going to use this pill. Not a big deal. I'll just deal with it. Lastly, I think there's one more tinted rock, but let me find the secret room first. Okay, we're getting closer. I still need 30 coins. I'm going to drop a bomb. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll drop a bomb on him. Get the nickel. He had nickels in his eyes, so he's likely to drop one. If he didn't, I would have used the glowing hourglass. Now, finally, I could have got that tinted rock as well, but that would cost me 2 bombs anyway. But anyway, I'm going to now look for the super secret room. I didn't hear it open. I think I know where it is. I kind of had a suspicion that it was over on the right side of the map. I didn't mean to do that. Hopefully I won't need to use my glowing hourglass. I was hesitating for a moment because I thought I was in trouble because I had no bombs, but I forgot that this room that's up ahead has some explosive barrels. Watch out for the orange flames though. Clear those out. And continue to leave the room and come back, and you could despawn those bullets that are being shot at you. Definitely want to do that when they're in your face right at the beginning, but afterwards you can just take them out without much risk. Okay, so I'm close. I might be able to get my 30 coins and be able to buy from the shop infinitely. So let's see what I get. There it is. That's perfect. And this is the sack of sacks. To no surprise, it drops sacks. Every so often, just randomly pops a sack out. Alright, let's go ruin the shop's day. I'm not 100% sure where it is, though. I've kind of disoriented myself a little bit. Oh, I forgot about that. There's a sacrifice room. Hmm. Come on, everyone. Tell me where it is. Why aren't you speaking to me? Tell me where the shop is. Don't you remember? I went right past it. Okay. So I need to... Right, okay. Buy this. Use this. Take the Steam sale. Buy the other Steam sale for half price. And lo and behold, the shop is now free. I didn't actually need 30 coins. I didn't calculate it properly, but nonetheless, I got the same result. The shop is now free. So I'm going to walk out and try a pill. Speed down. No. And check this out. I can use the glowing hourglass again, because there's another one. Okay, so I'm going to use all my bombs because the shop's free. I want as many rerolls as possible. Fanny pack, you get damage, it drops an item. Or has a chance to. Treasure map reveals most of the map. You can't see the boss room or the treasure rooms or shops, etc., but you can at least look at the layout of the map. Hangman lets you fly for one room. You got another unknown pill. There's a battery there, so I'm going to walk out of the room. That way if I reset using the glowing hourglass, this is the point that I start from. Going to pop this pill. Tears down. No. Out of curiosity, I'm going to check out the other glowing hourglass and see if it's charged. No, but that's okay. There's a battery right here. Blow up the shop again, or the re-roller. Okay, I've never done this combination before. I don't even know if it works. But the school bag lets you hold 2 spacebar items. So now I have 2 glowing hourglasses. I think it'll work. I think they're independent of each other. After all, one isn't charged. Looks like it, so I got 2 glowing hourglasses. That's fantastic. So I'm happy with this. I'm going to buy the rest of these. This is the stack of, or the deck of cards. It replaces all pills with cards. Now the pills that I currently have in rotation, we got a tears down, we got a speed down, a one makes you small. These are terrible pills. I don't really care for these pills. So if I buy the deck of cards, it's going to replace them with cards. So heck yeah, let's do it. Now, in order for the replacement to happen, you have to walk out of the room. By the way, the deck of cards also allows you to hold 2 at a time. And they're now cards. 2 of clubs doubles your bombs. The tower drops a bunch of troll bombs. And the devil makes you deal additional damage for the room. I want to save bombs if I can. So I'm going to try to use the tower and blow up this machine. It's going to be kind of hard, but I do have the glowing hourglass in case I screw up. I know that was really quick, but I was able to shoot one of the troll bombs into the machine to set it off. Compost removes the items on the floor and replaces them with bugs. Yeah, I'll take Temperance. So that's going to allow me to spawn a blood donation machine. So the rich just gets richer. I'm not happy with that. Although now I gotta use the tower again. I didn't think about that one. Well, let's do a redo. Let's try again.
The tower.
That time I just pushed it in because I think the bombs spawn in the same spot, but either way I was able to kind of react a little bit better that time. Where's Temperance? All right, it's over here. I'm gonna walk out of the room. That way, if the same thing happens, I don't have to do the tower again. Oops, and I stabbed myself an extra time by accident. That's okay. And here is the IV bag. I'd say it's worth it. It's gonna allow me to hurt myself and get coins out of the deal. It's pretty much the portable blood donation machine is what that is. Oh look, another tower. And a bomb. That's great. Okay, let's do it again. Compass, that reveals the boss room and treasure room and item room. By item room, I'm referring to a library in this case, or a shop. Boomerang's interesting. It's alright. It's pretty good to start out with, at least. If there's an item you can't reach, you can use it, and it'll bring it to you. And it recharges really quickly. It's based upon Link's boomerang from The Legend of Zelda. Okay, I'm gonna leave that behind though. By the way, throwing your boomerang at the enemy also stuns them temporarily, but you can't fire your tears while you're shooting the boomerang. The buddy in the box gives you a different familiar every floor. It just replaces the current familiar with a new one. Most of it's just a cosmetic effect. So it's not like the teeth are doing bonus damage. I'm pretty confident it's just the regular damage that any familiar does. Okay, all these great cards. I'm going to start stabbing myself. Let's get more goodies. I believe there is also a boss arena. So I'm going to leave myself at 1 heart. Normally, oh, this is a sticky nickel, by the way. You have to blow it up in order to make it move. Or in order to grab it, rather. So normally, I would recommend leaving a bunch of hearts on the floor, then doing the boss arena, and then coming back to grab them. However, I have a lot of soul hearts. I'm feeling very comfortable, especially since this is an amazing start. So I'm not going to be leaving all the hearts on the floor. Okay, I'm almost done. Gonna save the sun for another floor. 2 of clubs, I'm gonna save that as well till I have some more bombs, and that way I can double them. The longer you hold out before using the 2 of clubs, the better for the most part. That way you'll have even more bombs since it doubles your current amount of bombs. And lastly, I'm gonna drop all these cards. Gonna grab the compost. I don't care for these other cards much. I'm just gonna pop this. Grab it back. And I'm going to leave. And I'm going to hurt myself a little more here. Open the door. And let's battle. Just when I thought I didn't have enough money, I got the head of the keeper. Gives you coin tiers. Every so often when you attack, it's going to drop more coins. Now you have to watch out for the red creep that's shiny. They kind of spilled some red creep where the blood is, so sometimes it's hard to see it when it's like that. Keep your eyes peeled. Alright, 76 coins. I can't spend money on the shops anymore because it's for free. But at the very least, if I find any slot machines later on, I can go ahead and start spending all my money. I want to get that tinted rock. It's a little dangerous though. Especially since these guys push your bombs. I may not have been able to do that with a slower character. Monstro. I feel like he's just the absolute embodiment of the Binding of Isaac for a boss. He's a classic. Now, something I didn't expect is he got stunned for a moment. I'm trying to figure out why. I feel like what I said earlier was not the case about the box of friends tears only being cosmetic. Perhaps the teeth were causing him to be stunned. I'm not completely sure. I'm looking through my items here. I don't have any items that should cause a stun. So that should just mean that the box of friends actually is what caused that. Okay, well, you learn something every day. That's the thing about Isaac. No matter how much you learn, there's still more to learn. That's the whole reason why I created this series in the first place. Binky gives you a Tears Up, also a Soul Heart, which is exactly what I need. This run just keeps getting better. These are two items that I almost always take when I see a Devil Room, and they're both here. Succubus gives you a little aura that damages enemies as it moves. If you're in the aura, you deal bonus damage. The pack just gives you damage, Tears Up, and Soul Hearts. So I've lost all my hearts, but I don't care. I am a killing machine. So I've spent almost half an hour on 2 levels. So I'm going to kind of kick it into high gear now that I'm a lot stronger. And you see the box of friends dude right there, change it to a different type. So if I want, I could just stab myself like that and then leave the room, but I can't grab those treasures. I should have done that on the way in. And thanks to the glowing hourglass. Now I don't want to bomb this and use a pill and then use the glowing hourglass, because the last room I was in was the cursed room, so I'll get damaged again. So I'm gonna walk south, clear this room out. What are you? The Hierophant. That's pretty cool. Gives you 2 soul hearts. So now I'm going to bomb this. I'm going to use all the pills. Right, I forgot. Pills got replaced. But this ain't too shabby. Black Rune's what I want. It'll remove a treasure item and give you some stats for it. A way to get rid of a lame item that you normally wouldn't care for. By the way, there's so many items out there, trinkets. I don't expect you to learn all this in any short time frame, really. This is something that takes hours and hours of gameplay. If you see something, you don't know what it is, look it up online. All the items are listed. Sometimes the messages are cryptic as to what they do in the game. So just look it up online. Oops, I missed it. So tiny. Tractor beam. Here's the thing. Tractor beam gives you a tears up. The problem is, my tears are capped. 5 is the max unless you find an item that removes a tear delay. There aren't very many items that do that, to where it'll be a 4 instead of a 5. It's pretty uncommon. So I'm going to use the black rune and get rid of this. Because sure, the tractor beam allows you to control where your shot goes when you move, but I mostly like it for the tears up, which I can't capitalize on. So I got some speed out of the deal. That's good. That's a stat I can use. It is possible the black rune could give you a tears up, which, as you probably guessed, it wouldn't help me. Here we go again. Alright. Just gonna buy everything. Nightlight slows enemies. I should have bought the other stuff. That's alright. Oops. Stabbed myself by accident. Buy everything. Blanket gives you a shield when you reach the boss. Usually I'd bomb this, but now I'm rich. Chaos is great in my situation. It makes all the pools combine to a certain extent. This means that I'll be able to get non-shop items from the shop. And since I'm filthy rich, this is perfect. Battery gives you double item usage. So I'll give you an example. So I got the glowing hourglass. Pick this up. Now I can use it twice. Boom gives you bombs, 10 of them. Latch key gives you 2 keys, so lock up. Cursed Eye, don't do it. I think I found it like half my rounds. But just don't pick it up. It's not worth it even if you're a pro. It lets you charge up a line of tears. And if you get hit while you're trying to charge up, it teleports you. So that means that you could potentially be trying to clear a room and you accidentally teleport out and you gotta clear the room again. Especially bad for bosses. Now what I should have been doing with the batteries is using Mom's box to see what other trinkets I get, because it drops random trinkets for you. It also amplifies the effect of whatever trinket you're holding. Now with Chaos, I got Guppy's head and I got Guppy's tail. So now one more Guppy item and I turn into Guppy. Another reason why Chaos is great. But Chaos is called Chaos for a reason. You don't always get items that you want. Okay, I have to make a choice. I have no regular hearts anymore. The IV bag is starting to become less useful. Plus I'm filthy rich. So I'm going to take Guppy's head instead, give me a little more of an advantage. I'm leaving this alone for now. It gives you a tears up, but my tears is maxed. So I'm going to capitalize on potentially finding a tear delay item on this floor. Or tear delay reducer. Very unlikely, but there's a chance, so I'm going to hold out until the end. I didn't even see what happened there. I got hit during the explosion. Oh, maybe that's what happened. Maybe a mushroom blew up. That's the Mama Mega that I used earlier. that room is useless. Bloody Penny is very good when you have the IV bag and some HP, or health rather, because every time you pick up a coin, you have I believe, a 50% chance of a half heart dropping. This means if you drop a lot of coins like I would, since I have the fanny pack, you can pretty much have almost an endless supply of money if you're lucky. But I have no regular hearts. I'm going to leave that alone. This guy is just absolutely screwed. You can see the shield around me. Now, one thing I'm going to test, I don't know if this is going to work or not. It's probably not, but maybe I can try for another Devil Deal chance. If I try again, it comes back. I'm going to kill him one more time after this. Nope. Last try. I don't know if I just got unlucky or if you can't do that. Because some things, they're seeded, so it's kind of built in. It's already predetermined for you. I don't know if that's predetermined or not. I'm in a good position. I'm going to move on. I think I've overstayed my welcome on some of these levels since I'm so powerful right now. Curse of the Blind, my favorite. Can't see what the items are. But if I pick up a bad item, I can just use the glowing hourglass. That's a rare chest there. It continues to open multiple times in most cases. But right now, it's not the case. I got unlucky. It happened to only open up once and it had nothing. Yeah, so I haven't encountered this boss in any of my runs yet, I don't think. At least not in a boss room. But when he jumps up, he sprays his tears, or I guess in this case it's his urine, in every direction. So when he flies in the air, get out of the way. Problem is it's really quick and it's hard to anticipate sometimes, especially when you're trying to dodge those eyeballs. And I am capped. Well, I have 98. Now I don't want to fight the boss again. So before I grab this and re-roll the level, or rather use the glowing hourglass, leave and come back. That way the decisions you've made are set in stone now. And now I'm going to grab this and see if it's good. Pause, it's a pretty mediocre item. You use it, it stops all the enemies. It's a 2-charge item. It's helpful if you have an orbital that does damage. You can just hug them while you're pausing them. Matchstick makes bombs drop more often. I have plenty of bombs though. And I'm going to have even more once I use the 2 of clubs. Monster manual just summons a monster for you for 1 room. It's not that great. But by picking up a book, I'm now 1/3 of the way to getting the bookworm transformation, which occasionally has a shoot 2 tears. Now I would normally head for the exit here, but the small rooms, the really tiny ones like the one to the south, they're known as closets when they're all by themselves like that. They have a chance of having rare items. Or a bunch of monsters that want to slaughter you. So this is where the shell game comes in handy with Cain. Now I'm not going to do this for very long, but with him, he's got a 50% chance of spawning an item. So it's a lot more lucrative to use the shell game with Cain than it is any other character. Alternatively, if you're another character and you pick up the lucky foot, then you will also gain that 50% chance of succeeding in the shell game. By the way, blowing up the shell the shell game guy does not increase your devil deal chance. It's kind of a misconception. I don't like that decision there. I lost a soul heart, got a bunch of money I don't need. So I'm going to pop the glowing hourglass. Clear you guys again. And I'm just going to leave that alone. If I was desperate, I could also bomb the mushrooms, see if they drop a magic mushroom. And if they don't drop that or drop what I want, then I can re-roll. I could restart the room using the glowing hourglass as well. Okay, I don't know if you saw that, but I just hindered myself by slowing these tiers. I tried to run past, but I just slowed the tier into me. Instead of walking through and getting damaged again, I'm just going to use the glowing hourglass. But it does remember the 1 hit point I lost earlier. Hoping for a regular beggar, because I'm rich. Now, I don't really want an HP up. I want a devil deal. So I'm going to blow him up. I guess what I could have also done is spawn him before the boss, kill the boss. If I get the devil deal, then make him pay out. I guess that'd be better, because I have the glowing hourglass. But I'm in a position where I have room to make mistakes. I try to ignore the fat bats till the end usually, because they just take so many hits. They're a nuisance. Since I walked into a different room, I can't just use the glowing hourglass to try to get my key back that I used, since I spent 2 keys to get into the room and I got 1 key back. But it's not a big deal. Everything's fine. That right there is a rainbow poop. If you destroy it, it heals you completely. But it does nothing if you only have soul hearts. It only heals regular hearts. What do we have here? So this re-rolls every treasure item on the floor. I did leave 1 behind. In fact, I left 2 behind. So it's going to re-roll those. That's awesome. Now I'm going to wait though, because maybe the boss room has a lame item for me, and I can re-roll that too. Oh look, another shop. Ah, I knew this would happen eventually. There's a slight chance you might get greed when you go in a shop. Alright, I'm still going to keep that there. I'm going to stick to the plan. I forgot all about Guppy. Hey kids, can you spot the lucky penny? Which one is it? Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. Okay, it's this one right here. See how it glows green? It's a very slight green shimmer. That's how you know there's a lucky penny. So you want to make your bombs count. I have 33 and I'll have even more once I use the 2 of clubs. But just for demonstrative purposes, if you don't have that many bombs, push all of them together. Drop a bomb here. You'll blow up everything. Now I have a 90% chance for a devil deal. This is a golden heart. You get, if you lose your golden heart by getting damaged, then you spawn a bunch of coins. Ouch. So for Gertie, just keep changing sides. I start here, and then when he shoots, you head south. Or just change direction. Is this a champion Gertie? I think it is. Yeah. Champion Gerties don't actually attack you with their tears. They just spawn countless enemies. Alright, let's... I'm gonna go in here first. Oh, hi, Krampus. So he'll shoot his brimstone when he roars, either diagonally or sideways. You have to stand in the sweet spot in between. You don't know which one he's going to do. Now the exception to that, well, you can anticipate what he's going to do if he charges randomly. He'll do a charge move, and if he does, he's going to do that brimstone move and rotate it. This is either the head of Krampus or the lump of coal. It's the head of Krampus. That'll allow me to decimate bosses, but I'm already decimating bosses. So I'm going to keep Guppy. I still need to remember to use my flies, though. That's something I've been totally neglecting. I also lost my card at some point. Okay, here we go. I'm going to see what this is. Fast bombs. I'll keep it. I mean, after all, I'm about to have 99 bombs pretty soon. So that's going to be chaotic. By the way, there's the cursed room. A better option is to bomb your way in. But I already used the glowing hourglass. I know what's in there. It's not worth it. What do we have here? Guppy's Paw. Game over. I am now Guppy. I can fly. All my tiers spawn flies once I hit people. This game was already over, but now it's super over. I also missed the tinted rock here. I'm going to check out the other items, and I'm going to use the reroll on the dice room, since a 4 rerolls all the treasure items. Although actually I've already looked at those, so let's reroll. Oh, another tinted rock. I keep missing these. I also need to find out where I left my 2 of clubs card. I'm going to work my way backwards because I need to find my card. Looks like it's going to be in the treasure room or the shop. Here we go. Potato peeler. That's only helpful if you have a health up. If I have a heart container, I can peel myself and get a Meat Boy orbital. Crooked penny either gives you nothing, or rather a coin. It either gives you a coin or it doubles everything in the room in terms of treasures and items. But since it's a 0.5%, or a 50-50 shot rather, not worth it. And unfortunately the reroll gave me a bunch of activatable items, which won't help me because I want to keep mine. Right, so I need to go get the card now. What are you? Okay. Now I'm going to have max keys, max bombs, and max coins. And I'm Guppy. Dead Sea Scrolls. Uses a random effect when you use it. Or gives you a random effect. It mimics pretty much any activatable item. I believe it does not have Plan C as an ability. Plan C just murders yourself. I believe that is one of the effects it does not have. I'm just going to make a beeline I don't have any reason to explore more rooms here. I still need to remember to use Guppy's head. I keep forgetting just because of how powerful I am right now. If I was in a bad situation or having an average run, then I know I'd remember it.
The Hierophant.
Shade, he follows you. He deals damage as he passes enemies. He's a little underwhelming. And there's a, I can't tell if it's a feature or a glitch, but he will occasionally, after you've had him long enough, he'll explode into a bunch of black chargers, which, well, they don't last long and means he's dead. I really don't need money, pal. If I have a chance to re-roll that item, I will. If I find something that I can re-roll with. PhD does two things. One, it makes pills that are negative positive. And two, when you use a donation machine, you get more coins out of the deal. But all my pills have been replaced. I'm going to use the blank rune. There's a chance it might be a Perthrow rune since it uses a random rune.
It was.
Nope. But I did summon the a hole in the floor, which takes me to the next level. I'm right next to the boss. I'm just going to go ahead and kill the boss really fast. That was the virus being able to spawn a Dark Heart for me. Brownie's a very difficult boss normally because there's so much going on the screen. It's really hard to dodge. There's some circumstances where you can't really dodge things fast enough. So you just want to kill him as quick as you can, drop some bombs if you have to. Just end the fight as soon as possible. The longer you delay it, the more painful, the more often you're going to get hit, rather. Now, the growth hormones, not only does it boost my damage and my health, but now I'm 2/3 now of the way of reaching the Spun transformation. If you get 3 syringe items, you transform into Spun, which gives you bonus damage. Now, by being Guppy and Spun, well, you can have multiple transformations at once. It'll probably only show Guppy for me, but either way, it still works. And what am I doing? I'm not looking at the map. I don't need to go this way. I know exactly where the boss is. This trinket right here, the more angel room items you have, the more damage you get. I could go for the room up above that costs 2 keys, but it's time to move on. I don't need to focus so much on getting stronger, but I will still go for the treasure room. And when you hear that laugh, just start moving around everywhere, because you know one of Mom's hands is going to come down. This is good. I don't have a use for coins right now, so I may as well spread the love and let Bumbo join in the fun. He takes your money, and money makes him grow more powerful. He has 3 forms. His first form, all it can do is take money. Actually, he has, I think he has 3 forms. Or 4 forms, rather. Either way, he continues to grow stronger as he picks up money. And eventually he starts giving you items when he picks up money. And he also deals damage to monsters. We'll count the forms that he has as he grows, just so I can verify the number. But I think it is 4. Perthrow, so now I can re-roll a treasure item. I'm going to hang on to that. Oh, and I got the 2 of clubs, going to pop it. Now I have 99 of everything. Buy this. Normally it spawns a pill, but all pills are replaced by cards right now. 3 mom items lets you transform into mom, which has a knife that follows you. Right, I can use the Perthrow rune and get rid of this. There we go. I am now mom. Can't really tell though. I don't have any costume that shows any effect of mom. She normally wears a dress with polka dots on it. But either way, I got a knife that follows me now. Oh, I almost left this behind. The tower. Really need that. In Mom's Razor, when you walk into your foes with it... Oh, it's kind of freaking out a little bit. I guess maybe my video recording software is lagging. There's the second form. But either way, you can walk into people with it and it makes them bleed. I believe it also blocks shots, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see what happens if I use the High Priestess during the mom fight. Yeah, it comes crashing down on my head. I blocked the effect because I have the blanket. But now I'm officially vulnerable. Not that it matters. I'm guppy. If I'm taking the negative, I generally grab that if my run is going too well, because it's harder going the negative. Oh look, another guppy item. I'll take it just out of policy at this point. Maybe policy is not the right word, but I feel like I should take it. Now there's only two more guppy items I need. Well, not really need, but either way, Guppy's collar and Guppy's hairball. Either way, now that I've taken that, I can spend only a single heart to get the next devil deal. There's a sacrifice room there. If I get a larger assortment of soul hearts this round, then I'll go ahead and utilize it. But it's not likely I'll find a bunch of soul hearts. Mystery sack spawns a bunch of sacks. Or, no it doesn't. Let me try it again. Every time you clear a room, it has a chance to spawn an item. Or maybe not every time you clear a room, where it's more like every certain number of rooms you clear, then it spawns something. Yeah, you see the power of Guppy here? That's a crazy amount of flies. Oops, I didn't even see the name of the boss. But anyway, he's gone. That's the end. Hey look, Guppy's collar. If you die with Guppy's collar, you have a 50% chance of reviving. But the problem with that is you revive with the bare minimum amount of health allowable. So it's definitely a last resort item. Now look over there. There's a library. Libraries normally just contain books, but remember I picked up Chaos, so it might have something else. It's going to have some non-books probably. And Bumbo is now... I think this is his third form. I haven't been able to keep track too well, but either way, he's now a little bit stronger. The reason why I'm hesitating between deciding if Bumbo has 3 forms or 4 forms is recently I got the Binding of Isaac 4 Souls. It's a card game for the Binding of Isaac. And the card shows 3 Bumbos on the front. I feel like there's 4 transformations, but the card game shows that there's 3. By the way, I highly recommend the 4 Souls. It's a really cool card game. It embodies Isaac. And except instead of dodging bullets, you pretty much have to deal with random items, random monsters, and it's Isaac themed. if you didn't actually get it with the Kickstarter, which is where it originated from, then you have to wait till it's available. But I believe right now you can pre-order it from GameStop. There's also a possibility you may be watching this video from the future, and if you are, my guess is you can just pick it up or buy it right away. So this is the Void. It's an item that Apollyon starts with. By the way, kill the mom's hand right here. She can grab you before you grab the Devil Deal and take you out of the Devil Room. Okay, Bumbo is now capped. This is his final form. Oops, I took the money. Didn't mean to. Now you gotta watch out because he drops bombs every so often that blow up. This means he could also kill beggars by accident if you're using them. Anyway, the Void, it consumes an item. If it's a spacebar item, it gives it to you permanently when you use Void. So if I were to absorb Guppy's head with it, every time I use it, I'll get flies. Also, it's like the Black Rune if you find a passive item. If you use it on a passive item, which means it's an item that you don't have to activate, then it just consumes it and gives you some random stats instead. It's useful if there's a passive item that you know is terrible, and you might be better off just consuming it. Now, this is the end of finding treasure items for the most part. I mean, I'll find them once I reach the dark chest, but it takes 6 rooms to charge up the Void. So I'm not going to do it. I grabbed the negative, I believe. Yes, I did. It's on the right side as well. So that means I need to go to Shale. Left. I know I have 99 bombs and I haven't been using them, but the reality is I haven't really needed them. Satan, I'm really sorry, but every time I fight you, I just ruin your life. Although then again, why am I apologizing to the devil? What just happened? Why is Mom's heel here? Did Bumbo do that? I'm not completely sure. I don't know. Use the chariot. That way I can just bump into him and use Mom's knife. When you use the chariot, you can't attack. All you can do is run into them. But I was capitalizing on Mom's knife and the virus and Mom's razor to deal damage to him. Why did Mom's heel spawn? That's all I could think of. Maybe Bumbo did drop it. Maybe there's an extremely rare chance Bumbo can spawn this. But, cool. I'll take it. Curse of the Blind, that's alright. If I grab something terrible, I have the glowing hourglass. Grab you. Mr. Boom. Not helpful. In my case. I already have 99 bombs anyway. So let's just finish this. I use the Emperor. I'll teleport straight to him. Gonna use the Lamb. Or, gonna use the Lamb. I'm gonna use the High Priestess on the Lamb. Stay back. He shoots lots of explosive tears. Don't stay in line of sight when he's about to blow up like that. You see when he puffs his cheeks, he might use Brimstone. Ouch. No victory lap for me. And the Void portal did not spawn. It has a chance to spawn, and the further you go in the game, the more likely it is to spawn per boss, starting with Mom. But not there this time, so I'm going to just end this. And thanks for watching my video. This is the 8th episode of The Teaching of Isaac. And if you did like this, or if you learned something new, please subscribe and hit that like button. I'll have some more videos in the future. See you next time.